Hello girls, gays, and non-binary babes. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little tiny book haul. So I went to Barnes & Noble recently and I picked up some books. And this isn't a huge haul, but I'm really excited about what I got and I really wanted to share everything with you. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about the 5 books that I got. Everybody say thank you to my lovely fiance who bought these for me. I was not expecting that, but I went to check out and he bought all of them for me. So yeah, thank you to my lovely fiance. I appreciate it. I know he's probably watching this, so thank you. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk about these, so let's get right on into it. So the first book that I have here is Welcome to Night Vale. This is by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. I believe this is based on a podcast, which I have not listened to. I'm not a big podcast person, so I have not listened to, I believe it's just called Night Vale, or it is Welcome to a Night Vale, I'm not sure. But basically, this book it takes place in a town where like aliens and conspiracies and all these different things are alive and well, and I think there's like a little mystery that happens in the town. It kind of reminds me in a way of, what's that pack for The Sims 4 called? I can't remember what the game pack is called, but it's like you have to solve like a little mystery in this town, and there's like conspiracies everywhere. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this. I love conspiracies and like aliens and stuff like that, so I think this was actually recommended to me in the comments of another video where I asked for like conspiracy book recommendations. So yeah, whoever you are that recommended me this, thank you. I'm very excited to read it. The next book I have, I'm very nervous about, I will say that. But that is The Terror by Dan Simmons. So this was recommended to me by, I believe Savvy recommended this to me. If not, it was somebody in my comments. And they told me that it's about like a giant polar bear, I think, sort of monster, and I love monsters like that and like all things cryptids, so I really wanted to read this. However, I read Dan Simmons' other book, The Abominable, I think it's called, and that was my biggest disappointment of last year because it seems like it's going to be about the abominable snowman, but it's not. It kind of like takes a turn and it's like, oh, it's this like kind of mundane thing. And I'm really hoping this does not turn out like that, because I will be very sad and will probably cry myself to sleep, because I just want it to be an actual giant polar bear so bad. Or giant whatever it is. Other than that, I don't really know what this is about. It takes place on board the HMS Terror, part of the 1845 Franklin expedition, the first steam-powered vessels to ever search for the legendary Northwest Passage. And they end up being chased by this thing, or followed by this thing. And hopefully this is freaking good. Hopefully it's good. I've got high hopes, but I am also very cautious of it, so yeah. The next book I got is a sequel, or rather the final book in a series, and that is Silence in the Shadows by Darcy Coates. This is the final book in the Black Winter series. It starts with Voices in the Snow. I really love this series. I am having so much fun with it. Honestly, the only thing I can't really get into is the romance, but I'm willing to overlook it for everything else, because everything else is just wonderful. So this is the final book. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited. If you didn't know, the Black Winter series is about a girl, well, the first book is about a girl who is traveling to her sister's house because her sister has a bunker and the apocalypse is basically happening. And on her way there, she crashes her car into like a snowbank or something, and she wakes up in this mysterious man's manor in the woods. Nobody really knows this manor is out there, but she wakes up there and he's kind of like a little odd. This manor is a little bit odd, and they have to kind of survive and also figure out what is happening. And there's a lot of body horror in it. That's why I love it so much. And it's like a mix of sci-fi and horror, and I really like it. So I'm very excited to read the final book. Can't wait. So yeah, that's that one. The final like horror book that I got, I already read, so I saved it for last. And listen, okay, let me just show you the book first. So I got My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. This was an experience. I love when authors understand the assignment and go the extra mile for the vibes of their book, if that makes sense. This takes place in the 80s. We've got a book that looks like a VHS tape. That's first of all. The acknowledgements are in like a credit format, like it's a movie, like an 80s movie. And I just love, I love when authors do, it's little things like that. But other than that, this book was freaking amazing. I loved it. Probably my favorite Grady Hendrix book. What other ones have I read? I think I've just read The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires and We Sold Our Souls. So definitely my favorite one so far. Loved this. Loved the 80s vibe. It's basically about these girls who are growing up in the 80s and their friendship and how like close-knit they are. And eventually one of them becomes possessed, and it deals a lot with like friendship and growing apart in a way, and it was just so excellent. It was so good. And I know a lot of books, like the whole possession kind of trope, can be cheesy at times, but this was like not cheesy at all. It felt like camp. It felt campy, and I loved it. So if you like 80s horror movies, then you should check this one out. It's fantastic, and I'm so glad I bought it because it's definitely a new favorite. The final book that I got was on sale, and I saw this right before I went to check out. I'm so glad I did. This is not horror or anything else like that. It's like the complete opposite, but it is a nonfiction book. It is The Complete Language of Flowers, A Definitive and Illustrated History by S. Teresa Dietz. So this, freaking look at this. It's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Encyclopedia? Is that what I'm looking for? I think that's the word. It's like an encyclopedia of just flowers and what they look like and their uses, symbolic meanings, folklore, facts, possible powers. Like, this is exactly what I freaking needed. And it's all in alphabetical order. It gives you like the scientific name and then things that it is called, like common names. So for example, let's find mentha, good herb, pudina, mint. So like, it's mint, but just other names for it. Lots of different kinds of mint. I didn't know there were different kinds. Myosotis, forget-me-not, mouse-eared scorpion grass. I love that. Mouse-eared scorpion grass. That is a badass name. Screw forget-me-not. We're going with mouse-eared scorpion grass from now on. But like the artwork in here is just so gorgeous. And this was 12 bucks. So of course I had to get it. But yeah, I am obsessed with this and I cannot wait to use it as a reference. So yeah, so that is my little haul for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these or whatever. If you feel like saying hi, say hi. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for watching my little haul, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.